Okay, I guess that sort of makes sense. Kinda. Hey guys, DB right here, and today I am back with the finale of What If Sailor Moon was in Dragon Ball, the GT edition. And, basically I want to continue into where we left off, and well, with things finally returning to peace after the battle with Lord Baby, and, yes, there was that little incident where they had 2 weeks to evacuate the planet because planet Earth was going to blow up, and thanks to their friends on New Namek, they were able to resurrect their Earth and return all the civilians there, all with the exception of Piccolo, who chose to blow up with his planet, so the Black Star Dragon Balls would never be a threat again. And well, it's been quite some peaceful times, except for, everyone is seeming to get a piece of the world champion Hercule, who's thinking about retiring. Even though there's no Pan in this timeline and no Videl, Hercule's been sort of thinking maybe it's time to step down. Either way. And just so maybe he can be there for his daughter Videl a bit more. And well, by popular demand and like in the original Marjube losing on purpose to Hercule, he's Hercule pretty much, I suppose, takes back his decision. Anyways, and pretty much Goku losing a humiliating defeat in the junior division, which is quite funny. And well, one day, the Son family, along with Sailor Moon's side of the family, we're all having a nice eating and get together when suddenly they get a knock on the front door and Trunks is all battered up and he's mumbling something about Android 17, that apparently Android 17 had attacked him. And he had been challenged to meet Android 17 in this certain spot, and Goku, being Goku, naturally falls for this trap. However, he doesn't go alone this time. Sailor Moon ends up going with him. And, just like in the original, the whole thing was simply a trap to lure Goku there, while Dr. Gero, Dr. Mew escape HFIL along with a bunch of other bad guys and begin attacking the planet. Meanwhile, Dr. Gero and Dr. Mew have their own plans in uniting two Android 17s in order to create Super Android 17. Now, I'm not sure whether the second Android 17 is a new one that they built, or whether it's supposed to be the one that future Trunks destroyed in his timeline. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the case. I'm pretty sure the second Android 17 was from the future Trunks timeline. So I'm quite surprising that Dr. Gero didn't build himself a way to build a Super Android 18 as well. Personally, I think that would have been cool, having both of them as baddies again for the end of GT. But that's just my opinion, and we're getting off topic. And, you may think the bad guys are having quite a field day killing a bunch of people on Earth. However, that's not really the case. Casualties are actually really low this time around because there's all sorts of backup to help the Dragon team flush out the bad guys, and I am talking, of course, the Sailor Guardians, who are transformed and are really taking it to the bad guys. They've killed Vegeta had killed Nappa, and Mercury had defeated Raditz, and Uranus and Neptune are helping Goten and Trunks clean up all of Barbady's minions, and so on and so forth. Bottom line is, Mop Up is going quite swimmingly. Meanwhile, Goku and Sailor Moon are forced to fight with Frieza and Cell. Now, none of them had lost their Sailor abilities. Frieza can still transform into Sailor Frieza and still has Galaxia's bracelets. And Cell still has his Sailor transformation as well. And which makes it quite an interesting battle, but then the realization hits them because they never killed these two. The freezing them in ice isn't going to do anything. So, thanks to a little teamwork with Usagi and Goku, they're able to get the better of the villains and essentially freeze them like in the original. And well, this time it's actually Usagi that accidentally smashes the freezing sculptures of Frieza and Cell instead of Goku. So yep, they're back. They're now dead and back at the checkout to be processed again. And no, actually, I think they were arrested. Yes, they were. They were actually arrested by the ogres after that. So no, they didn't go back to the check-in at all. And well, now they need to start coming up with a way to escape HFIL, but this is where Piccolo purposely gets himself re-sentenced to HFIL so he can help Goku and Usagi escape, and just like in the original, that is quite successful. Now, in the meantime, the whole fusion between 17 and 17, creating Super Android 17, does happen like in the original, except Android 17 is meeting a lot more resistance as he's not only dueling with Vegeta. Of course, he's already gone ahead and killed Krillin, and supposedly killed 18. Of course, we know that's not actually the case. But yeah, 17 has got backup with the Sailor Guardians fighting as well. Even though this is proving to be a bit more of a nuisance for Super 17, he's still easily overwhelmingly more powerful than they are. At least it's bought Goku and Usagi enough time. Usagi, who's transformed into Super Sailor Moon, and we got Goku and his Super Saiyan 4. It's quite the even battle. Remember, the Sailor Guardians in this timeline can use Ki and have learnt to fight in the same way as Krillin and Yamcha, Tien, and pretty much the other Z Warriors can fight. So it is essentially a 2-on-1 battle, and with the extra backup help on Goku, it is proving to be harder for Super 17. Now, Dr. Mew has already betrayed Gero. At this point, he is killed once again by his own creation. And, well, things are beginning to get weird with Dr. Mew's overall control of Super 17 as well, because he's showing signs that he is resisting his orders as well. And ultimately, Super 17 is following his own agenda, which is pretty much kill Goku and kill everyone anyway, and not listening too much into what Dr. Mew has to say. And well, this is when finally we get Android 18 joining the battle, and she's given the whole same speech. "You already killed my husband. Try and take me down too." That whole speech. And she starts firing a barrage of beams at 17. But 17 is pretty much able to reverse them. And well, it's still not really looking that good for the good guys. However, Dr. Mew has gotten on Android 17's last nerve, who's basically gone, "Shut up!" and destroyed the maniacal machine mutant mad scientist right then and there. And, well, 18 gets back up, and she continues with firing a barrage of hits. And this is where Goku notices something different, that, while he is absorbing like that, his, invulnerable force field is down, and essentially, Goku can get in the final hit, essentially taking 17 down. And, well, that pretty much ends the Super Android 17 crisis, and the good thing is, the casualties are quite low. And, well, there's not a lot for Shenron to fix up. However, this is where things begin to go crazy again, because, well, once again, just like in the original, the androids, not the androids, Super 17's gone now, remember DB Rai? We're now getting into the Shadow Dragon arc. Thank you. So yes, they find that there's a crack in each and every one of the Dragon Balls and try to use them. However, rather than Shenron appearing, there is a dark dragon appearing in his place, and he's apparently a source of negative energy. Yes, all the negative energy had stored up within the Dragon Balls. And, well, just like in the original, the, I guess you could call him the Shadow Shenron, splits off into 7 dragons who run off with the, Dragon Balls. Now, essentially with Homaru, Giru, and Sailor Moon joining Goku, you can imagine that the mopping up of the Shadow Dragons goes pretty easily. And, well, yes it does. Because, well, Sailor Moon's quite a powerful being in her own right. Having that extra backup there, yes, they're easily able to apprehend pretty much up to the first 4 Shadow Dragons, no problem. Defeating them to the point that they revert to their normal Dragon Balls. However, it's not until we get to the final 3, things start to become really hard on Super Sailor Moon, Homaru, her granddaughter, and, well, Goku, who's also one of the grandfathers of Homaru. I keep feeling like I've got to explain that every time. I don't know why. If people have watched the other parts, they should know by now who Homaru is. Anyways, so pretty much with that, we get the 4-star dragon challenging Goku, and since Goku pretty much, not Goku, the 4-star dragon, Nova Shenron, pretty much took Homaru out of the picture, so she won't get hurt in the crossfire, even Sailor Moon can respect Goku and Nova Shenron's wishes to battle it alone. And, well, this is where Ice Shenron shows up, the brother of Nova Shenron, and things become a little bit despicable, to the point that, well, ultimately, Goku is forced to battle with Ice Shenron, and while Homaru is still knocked out during this, Sailor Moon is also backing it up, because what Ice Shenron doing? This isn't honourable, this isn't a fair fight, and using the power of a silver crystal, she instantly reverts the dragon into its normal Dragon Ball state. All negative energy wiped out. Which is why mopping up the other dragons have been quite easily, thanks to Usagi and the silver crystal. And, well, with him out of the way and Goku who hasn't been blinded this time, is ready to duke it out with Nova Shenron. This is when Nova Shenron is attacked from behind by Shenron, the final Shadow Dragon, and is pretty much killed on the spot. And we begin the ultimate battle between Moon, Super Sailor Moon, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, against Shenron. And even though Goku can see, and he's got Sailor Moon as backup, it's still more or less a pretty rough fight between them and overpowering Shenron. However, the two of them are able to battle him enough that Shenron gets desperate enough to merge with the other Dragon Balls, becoming Omega Shenron. And, well, luckily, this is when Vegeta shows up, boasting about how he is claimed to have reached Super Saiyan 4 as well. And, well, after Bulma explaining the science behind this, and the rest of the cavalry has arrived as well, including the Sailor Guardians, who have already been through a bit of a war and a scrap trying to fight with Shenron. And, well, essentially, Mercury is amazed by the science, and she has this idea. There might be a way to finally have Usagi tap into her full power at last. If Blutz Waves can, which is essentially energy from the moon, assist in transforming Vegeta into Super Saiyan 4, perhaps Usagi can regain her full power the same method. So, they have both of them. Mercury has both of them in line for the Bloods Waves beams, so Vegeta and Usagi both get hit by them. And well, Vegeta begins his transformation into Super Saiyan 4, which goes exactly like it does in the original. However, it seems nothing has happened to Usagi. She still can't quite tap in to her full power. And well, we get the whole Goku and Vegeta fusion into Gogeta, and that definitely begins the fight between Gogeta and Omega Shenron. Omega Shenron clearly in the losing side of this battle, and just like in the original, before Gogeta can essentially finish off Omega Shenron, he defuses. You were playing around too much. I have won now. And Omega Shenron basically begins dominating until the point where Goku Super Saiyan 4 transformation wears off. And, well, not too long after that, so does Vegeta. And, well, this is where things begin to differ, because the Bloods Waves did indeed have an effect on Usagi, who is just now finally beginning to untap her full power. And suddenly, all this positive energy is glowing around Usagi as she is growing and transforming back into an adult. Yes. She has now re-emerged as Neo Queen Serenity. And, oh well, Omega Shenron, you are in trouble now. Omega Shenron's, oh, this is impossible, no way! And he's trying to throw Ki Blasts at Neo Queen Serenity, none of them landing. And, well, he also tries aiming it at the, others. Maybe she'll get hurt trying to save them. Well, the same positive energy sort of force field that's protecting her is protecting everybody else as well. And, well, take this moment to picture the Sailor Moon theme in your head. Whether it's the reboot theme or the original theme, you decide. And, well, Neo Queen Serenity. Listen up, Omega Shenron. You and your kind have damaged this planet for the last time. I will not allow it. And using the power of the silver crystal, Omega Shenron's powering up a planet-killing attack, sending it straight at Usagi. However, the energy from her silver crystal is essentially holding that beam back until the point, and she's able to put even more power into it and essentially sends it back to Omega Shenron, who's engulfed not only by his blast, but the oncoming blast from the silver crystal, which basically wipes him out. Omega Shenron is dead. And well, the energy from the silver crystal continues to radiate, and pretty much their original intentions of what they were going to do to the Dragon Balls basically come true anyway. Krillin is brought back. Everyone who was killed during the whole Super 17 arc are brought back. Anyone who was killed while the Shadow Dragons were running around are brought back. The cities and buildings are repaired. After all, that is one of Neo Queen Serenity's abilities. Other than keeping people eternally young, she can resurrect her entire kingdom. Rebuild the cities and all that stuff. So really, Shenron is not needed for his final request. And well, this is when Goku and Usagi get on board the dragon and go flying off onto some unknown adventure. And, well, let's just say we head to the part with the 100 years have passed and the World Tournament with Goku Jr. battling with Vegeta Jr. begins. And there's a Usagi Tsukino Jr. in the background, who is kind of friends with both of them, so not sure who to cheer with. And basically because, remember, everyone's eternally young in this universe, none of the Gohan, Videl, Hercule, Goten, Trunks, Pan, they're all still alive and young. Which means no one goes their separate ways. The families all know each other. Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. are good friends. And so with Usagi Tsukino Jr. still being guarded and protected under the watchful eye of the Guardian of Earth and Usagi Tsukino and Goku, who has seemingly become the new Guardian of the Dragon Balls. If that's indeed what happens to Goku at the end of GT when he absorbs the Dragon Balls at the end. Supposedly he's now the new Guardian of the Dragon Balls, him now being the most powerful thing in the universe. I don't know if that's accurate or not, that's just something I remember reading. And well, this is where our story concludes. So, what do you guys think? I hope you enjoyed this part. Did you like how I made Usagi Tsukino a big part of the final battle? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Catch you later.